Thank you guys. My name is Gilbert. I'm with Yahoo Small Business, and I'm going to be talking about the new marketing and social media. And I love to use air quotes and tell you what I mean by the new marketing in a couple of minutes. First, a couple of words about Yahoo Small Business. We are part of Big Yahoo, the premier digital media company. You may or may not know we've got 11 properties that are #1 in the United States: news, sports, finance. We have the #1 email product in the US with over 90 million users, and Yahoo Messenger is a top-ranked IM service. In terms of Yahoo Small Business, we help businesses grow online. We offer a number of products from our high-end Merchant Solutions e-commerce platform to help people sell products online. We also offer web hosting services, domain registration, business email, etc. And on the e-commerce side, we host more of the top 500 internet retailer than any other hosted e-commerce solution. Just quickly about me, I lead retention and development marketing for Yahoo Small Business, and for the last year and a half have been pretty heavily focused on social. So these are some quotes from real customers of ours, and you see that these are really positive. These people had very positive things to say. You know, your platform has allowed me to make a life out of a dream. You guys rock. I'm a Yahoo lifer. And I wanted to share these because, as marketers, we often talk how it's our goal to create happy customers. And happy customers are great because they're loyal to you and they're repeat buyers from you. And so creating happy customers is a big part of what marketing is all about. But I'm going to submit that these are customers that are a level beyond happy. I call them ecstatic here. And ecstatic customers are even better than happy customers, because not only are they loyal and they buy from you repeatedly, but they tell their friends about you. And that, as a marketer, that is gold. And a bit of a rhetorical question, why do you think people said these things about us? Was it a product release we had and they really liked the new feature, or was it a great marketing email that I put together that just made people so happy that they wanted to tell us that we rock? It's actually, these are in response to great customer service experiences that people had with us. And when I talk about the new marketing, in a lot of ways customer service is the new marketing. As a marketer, there is no more efficient way to create ecstatic customers than to provide great customer service. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about, our journey in the new marketing and social media. And I'll share with you some of the things we've learned and some takeaways that I think apply whether you're big company, small company, or somewhere in between. So these, for those of you familiar with clip art in PowerPoint, these are silos. And this is to represent how social media works has worked at Yahoo and other companies as well. So traditionally, as much as there is a tradition with social, marketing has owned that. Marketers, we like to control the message that's out there to customers, what people read, and control the copy. But more and more, there's also customer support that's being done on social media. And so we're not unlike other people. We've got distinct teams. Marketing's in California, customer support's in Oregon. We have different, seemingly different missions. We use different tools. We have our own distinct Twitter handles, and marketing owns the Facebook page and the YouTube channel and the blog. And so, I think it's very common and natural to operate in silos, but I think there's a big opportunity being missed when that's the case. And when I sat down and we've worked with my counterpart in customer support, we've realized that we actually face the same social landscape out there. Their problems are the same as my problems. And what we're trying to accomplish are actually the same thing. So to use a customer that's having trouble using one of our products, for example, it's the very mission of customer support to help them. And if it's in social media, so be it. But at the same time, on the marketing side, that's somebody who's a churn risk, a customer who might leave us, a customer who might tell their friends how hard our product is to use. So we both really have a vested interest in helping them. And that's, I think, a big aha for us, that our interests are so incredibly aligned and that we're actually fighting the same fight. And so that's for us has led to the big change. The fact that our interests are aligned has led us to form a virtual team. We don't functionally report up into the same leaders and managers. There are no dotted lines, but we need to operate as a single cohesive unit, customer support and marketing joined together. And I liken it to being on a sports team. You know, we play different positions, but we're trying to win the same game. Does this all make sense so far? Some head nods? Okay, good. So I want to talk about some of the things that we've done to get started that I think are worthy of calling out. So the first is, it's important when you're going down this road to clearly state your objectives up front. We were very explicit about who we were going after, and those are the people that are having trouble, that are asking questions, that are dissatisfied, and we're very clear that that's what this program was all about, helping them. Second, it's really important to secure that cross-functional leadership buy-in. So if one side doesn't consider this a priority, this whole program falls apart. And so it's important that management on both sides and both functions believe in this and are committed to it. Third, we began with a listening/practice phase. And this was about 6 weeks to 2 months of just dress rehearsal, basically. We would ingest comments and questions from social. We would craft mock responses or determine that we wouldn't respond in certain instances. And on a weekly basis, we can go back and look and say, all right, well, we did that one right, but you know, if this instance comes up again, we would do such and such differently. And I think that helped us then when we went live. We weren't starting from scratch. We'd had some practice. Even though it wasn't customer-facing, we'd had 2 months to really refine what we were doing. Fourth, we created a formal response flow and policies. I think social is still a bit of the wild, wild west. And when you're talking about teams of 6, 8, 10 people working on a similar, on the same project, it's important to put the rules down put pen to paper and get the rules written down so that everybody can look at the same thing and be totally clear about what you're going to do and what circumstances, et cetera. Fifth, made a strong commitment to measurement. I think Mike touched on that, and I'll hit that a little bit later. The next to the last one here, we maintain very close to 24/7 coverage on social, but we do it on only 2 man-hours per day. And the point here isn't that you need to cover social 24/7 or that you need to only spend 2 hours a day. It's really important to be efficient with your time in social. Social is fun, it's new, it's confusing, and as such, you can get sucked into spending a lot of time there that doesn't pay out, that's not ROI positive. So I think being disciplined about how much time you spend is important. It's something that we've figured out. And then lastly, have real-time consultations between the teams so that you can make rapid decisions. Because we are in different states, we rely heavily on instant messenger and the phone, but have those very clear, open communication channels and be able to drive decision-making down to the low levels so you don't have to run every single decision or question by one person. That's something that's worked for us. All right, so what has this gotten us? We call these kudos. These are nice things that people say about us, and Lord knows we hear enough not nice things. So these are some examples of the qualitative results that we've gotten. So very happy customer, outstanding customer service. We pulled somebody back from the brink. That's great. 2 tweets in 5 minutes, and customer service lives on. This is wonderful, right? To hear that we've done a good job for our customers. But what makes this even better is that these are all public comments on Twitter. So everybody that follows these guys knows that we've done a good job. And that's when you start to talk about word of mouth at scale. This is an example of that. Kind of a related one here. These are the people that hated us, and we've turned them into at least neutral or hopefully positives. We call them ranters to ravers. And you guys know what the damage negative word of mouth can do to you if it's left unaddressed. And what's great about these is that we've not only addressed it but reversed it in many cases. So you can see this guy, the worst domain hosting ever, to customer service is still #1 at Yahoo. This person couldn't find us, but we got a very nice fill from Yahoo, got back through the magic of Twitter. And then this one, I like this guy. He hates us with a very drawn-out hate. But he takes it back, and Phil ran his phone number down and called me back, right? So we took what could have been a disaster and turned it into a positive, and that's something that's really unique about customer service and about social. And then kind of a third bucket of qualitative results here, this is notion of humanizing a company. I think in marketing, it's increasingly important to be authentic and real, and customers do not want to deal with a faceless bureaucratic company, no matter how big or small you are. And social and providing customer service through social is a great way to help humanize a company. And so, this person, I like this one, stop being humans, Yahoo, because now it's harder to be mad at us. Real people at Yahoo, thank you. Somebody wants to buy Phil a beer. Phil is a popular guy. And, talk to an actual helpful human, and then this person thinks that the customer-facing side, we care, the other people maybe not so much, but it's a start. It's a start. So social and customer service, way to humanize your company, help build that into your brand. Okay, so this is all the nice, the touchy-feely, qualitative stuff, right? Give me some numbers, some metrics. So this is what our program has done more or less to date. We've recorded 1,500 mentions of Yahoo Small Business out in various social channels, and the way I think of that is this is 1,500 data points of market research. We know 1,500 more things about our customers and what they think about us than we did without this program. That's really valuable information to have. We've resolved over 1,000 cases using social so far and counting. And we've also watched as our communities, our users helping users, that support mechanism has worked as well, where we've stood on the sidelines ready to help if need be. 30 ranters to ravers so far, I mentioned that. We've actually reached 200 people in social that had no other way of finding us. Either their credit card expired and they were locked out of their account, or some other circumstance. They had no place else to go and threw out a last desperate cry for help in social, and we found them and we helped them. So that's great. And then 140 sales or customer saves. And so when you start talking about ROI, I know what the dollars are for these kinds of things for our business, and they're going to be different for all of you, but I'm guessing you guys know the value of a new sale, a lifetime value, or saving a customer, or preventing a call into your call center, or something like that. So when you're looking to calculate your ROI of something like this is a great place to start. And then there were some benefits that we did not expect. So this is kind of the gravy. So search engine optimization benefit for our Contact Us help page. So we traditionally send people to a web page where they enter in some information about their problem. They submit it. We call them back within an hour or so. Well, people were having trouble finding that page because it didn't rank in social. But because of our efforts sending people there, sending out that link, we actually raised the search engine ranking of our Contact Us page to the point where it ranks #1 now across the board in search engines. So even if somebody's not using social to reach out to us for support, they're using a search engine instead, we've made their lives easier. Employee engagement, I can tell you, on the marketing team, my team, and on the customer support team, this is the coolest thing we do by a lot. It's fun to be doing something that's new, that's cutting edge, that's really helping people, and I think it's something that can help boost morale around a company. We've become a bit of a center of excellence for Yahoo, so we've learned a lot about how to do this, and we're helping other teams. So there's a benefit for you. It won't just help the team that's doing it. It'll bring some institutional knowledge into your company, and you'll be able to teach others around the company how to do things like this. It's helped us improve our traditional customer contact flow. I mentioned there are people out there that didn't know how to find us because they were locked out of their account, and we wouldn't have known the number of people that were affected like that if we weren't active in social. And lastly, brand defenders, and this is so cool as a marketer. right? Because somebody will come along and write a hateful tweet or flame your Facebook page or something like that, and you're kind of scratching your head. Gosh, how should I deal with this? Do I leave it alone? You never want to get into a back and forth with an angry poster or something like that. But we've got brand defenders now, and I think that's a product of doing some of the activities we have. People will jump in and say, well, gosh, I've never had that experience with Yahoo, or I find their products to be really easy. Have you tried XYZ? So we're starting to build an army of brand defenders, and that is what you want as a marketer. All right, so some takeaways I want to leave you with. I think this works best when you have closely aligned, loosely coupled teams. And I ripped off that phrase from Netflix, to be perfectly honest. But I really like what it means. And it means you're closely aligned. Our virtual team is closely aligned. We're 100% confident that we're all trying to achieve the same things. We're pointing towards the same goals, same customers. And there is no doubt on the team about what we're trying to do. But we're loosely coupled. We've got freedom to act independently. We don't have to run anything by a central decision maker, because we have all become central decision makers because we are, and it works because we are so aligned. The second point here, trust leads to speed. So over time, we built up trust, right? We had 2 months of kind of a dry run. We have confidence that we hired the right people and tabbed the right people to work on this. And now we've had a year plus of doing this. And we trust each other. And that means we can move a lot faster, because we don't have to wait around to consult on everything. And that means you can go fast. And that is what customers expect you to do. This does not work without success metrics. We publish a dashboard weekly. I think, frankly, you need to track your metrics and evaluate them to know what's working and what's not. But also, if you expect management to buy into something, or you as a manager to buy into something, you need to attempt to measure the ROI, and you need to come up with something to know that this is something that's paying out and that's worthwhile. So I think this does not work without metrics. Communication is critical for dealing with the unexpected. I mentioned communication being important, but we run across a new question or comment or situation every week. And if you don't have that communication and rapid decision making, then you get bogged down. And then lastly, satisfy customer expectations and then differentiate. I think this loops back to creating ecstatic customers. So more and more, customers expect you to be in social. They expect you to be listening, to be responding. And I think it's imperative that companies satisfy those expectations. But then you have to put your marketer's hat on. And a lot of what marketing is all about is differentiating yourself. So take that baseline of satisfying customer expectations and ask, what can I layer on top of that that is going to help me stand out from my competition, that is going to really attract and wow customers and make people tell their friends and make them ecstatic. And we're piloting something. I don't know that this will be our program that creates lots of ecstatic customers, but it seems to be working so far. We're trying one-to-one video responses to customers. To answer their questions, we'll do a quick screen capture of, that'll walk people through the solution. All pretty low production quality, obviously, and posted to our YouTube channel. So I think the customer service team is satisfying the expectations of a customer. We're listening, we're answering their question. But there is a wow factor when a company reaches out to you on a one-to-one basis and creates a video just for you. And I think those are the kinds of things that are going to get people to tell their friends about the great customer service that they got from you. It's going to make them ecstatic. And that's what you're going for in a program like this. So, thank you.